What's going on, guys? PackDaddy here, bringing you the next Hut draft, and behind you is the survey results for our funniest name Hut draft. The players that we're going to be choosing, there was all 6 positions that you guys helped me choose because I didn't think I could do it justice to pick the funniest names in the community and take all of your opinions on as my own. So we went ahead and put out a list of players and you guys voted on what was funniest. Some slip-ups here and there because for one, we couldn't get all the players because there's some pretty obscure players out there when you get into the other leagues, the bronze cards, the silver cards. We weren't able to pick up everyone, got everybody but 2, so that was unfortunate. Also, when I was putting the defensive guys up, I left out 3 entire defensemen. I think that prevented Dustin Byfuglien from making the team, so unfortunate situation there, but it's kind of what happened in the end. So as you can see, you guys went ahead and voted, and what I did as normal, there's 5 cards that I'm going to show you after this, and what I did is I went and looked at the results, and then whoever was the highest percentage voted out of those 5 cards is who we took on the team. So even though these 246s were tied, if they lined up in the same set of 5 cards, I can only pick one of them. Just like Hut Draft, 5 best cards, and then I picked the one out of that one. So that's pretty much how we're going to do it. So we're going to get into looking at some of the list of players here in a second. And goalies, I mean, there are some really great goalies out there, but I just got screwed sometimes. There was a lot of really good players that just didn't have funny names, like Mike McDaniel, great player, but he got bested by some crazy Finnish guy with an insane name. So that's how things happen. So we're going to look at the first one right here, and Nathan Kirby was the one who took the cake on this one, so that was nice to have him on. It was actually, my first player was an NHL player, so I was pretty thrilled about having Nathan Kirby out there. So that's going to be the first left winger. We're doing this by position right here. So the second one is going to be Jordan Ty Fournier. Beat out Matt Cook, Taylor Hall, Johnny Hockey, and Thomas Tatar. So unfortunate, but that's our first bronze pickup. The second is going to be Levko Koper. I wish I could have picked him up, but unfortunately I could not find his card on the auction house, so I had to go pick up James Van Riemsdyk. Next is going to be Boone Jenner. That is going to be the final left winger on the team, or maybe that was the third. I'm losing count already, but now we're on to the center position. It's going to be Beagle, and just because the duplicate cards that are right here, I had to pick the best one, which was the Series 2 card. That's what the tiebreaker goes to. You guys know this. We're going on now to the next center. It's going to be Clark Bishop, who overall would be the best card out of here. Of course, it's the 71 overall bronze card. Once again, I'm sorry about the pictures. I know they're kind of low quality, but this is how I had to do it and how I had to record it. And of course, it's going to be Garrett Pylon, Dion Phaneuf's Alter Ego card, 68 overall, bronzy, and then going on for the final center, it's going to be Derek Stefan on that one. There was already a duplicate Logan Couture, so we had to pick the next one. It ended up being Derek Stefan. Over to the right wingers now. It's Frantisek Luke's, the 79 overall silver, is going to be joining the team. Overall filthy card. I love it. 79 overall. I would have picked him if this was any other Hut draft as well. Going on to the next right wing. I wish it was this All-Star Game Bjorkstrand, but it is Richard Netschlip. 75 overall common bronze card coming onto the team. Got a lot of bronzes, a lot of those bronzies and a lot of the silvers. And of course, it's going to be Andrew 15, not All-Star Game Cam Atkinson or Movember Voracek. It's going to be the 66 overall common bronze card from the Hitman. And then this is one of the ones I love. We picked up Taylor Radish on this one. International Player of the Game, Bolts prospect. Love having him on the team. And, you know, I was kind of happy. Out of all 5 cards we could have picked, I would have loved to have him on the team. So now we're going to switch over to the defenseman, and of course we're picking up Duncan Mcintyre, the 70 overall Screaming Eagle. Love having this card. Love it. Love all the bronzies. Love having the rares. These guys finally get their time in the spotlight, so wouldn't have it any other way. Let's go over to the next defenseman. We're picking up, of course, Juuso Riikola. Beats out Darnell Nurse, Martinez, Klesla, and Willie Mitchell. So happy to have Riikola, 74 overall silver, on the team as well. I mean, what's stopping us? We'll keep going with these silvers. It's an awesome team. And then, of course, we're going with Shane Taker for the final left defenseman. Not Kelkalig, not that 87 overall, but another silver card. So looking pretty scarce on defense, but overall, we're doing pretty solid, I would say. And then we're going over to right defense. And, of course, we're picking up Loic Lavielle. Not PK Subban or Colton Parayko. Colton Parayko was a close second place, but we're picking up Loic Lavielle, 74 overall bronze card for our first right defenseman, and we're going to be lucky to win this game. Next card is going to be Tornston Ankert. So many good cards up here. All-Star Game, Hamilton, Vatten, and Greek, and PK Subban, but unfortunately we could not pick up Ankert, so we had to pick up the Sammy Vatten in his place. And of course we're going with Cody Cece next, not Tyler Myers or the Vatten or the Justin Schultz. And this is where I forgot to add the next one, Dustin Byfuglien. You can see him there in the corner of the screen. He should have been in there because we already had 2 Sammy Vattens, so we should have done the next 2 cards over. Oh well, what are you gonna do about it? And of course we're coming down to the goalie and we're picking up Martin Ruzicka. 83 overall. I don't even remember what his team name was, so what team he's from, but he's 83 overall. Not bad for a silver goalie. Very comparable to some of the cards, the goalies, the backups that are in the NHL, so overall it could have been a lot worse. And of course we're getting Dustin Tokarski, goalie from Anaheim, is going to be the goalie that we're going to be taking into this one. So overall I was pretty happy getting this guy and not getting completely screwed with another bronzy or a silver. So that's all the cards, and let's get into the team build. Alright guys, so this is the team we're taking into the Funniest Names Hut draft. It is a chore trying to figure out a good team out of all of these players, but we have somehow managed to get together what I think is a team that might actually be able to win a game. I kind of use my Hut draft strategy, or my draft champion strategy, in which I get all my players and then I try and evenly distribute the skill, kind of how I did last episode, but a little bit more extreme. So we're starting out with Jay Beagle. Jay Beagle actually has the highest face-off stat of the entire team at 89. I was really surprised to see that. And Derek Stefan, who's like one of the higher rated players, is just butt cheeks when it comes to face-offs. He's got a 74. Everybody else here has a higher face-off stat than Derek Stefan. So we're going to go through the lineups real quick and kind of show you what we're working with. We got Jay Beagle, starting center. Then we get Frantisek Lukes, and guys, these are funniest names, so I'm going to try it and not butcher them as much as I like to. And then we got line 1, we got Richard Netjeshleb. So he's the first right winger we're going to be picking up, Richard Netjeshleb. Line 2, we got James Van Riemsdyk as the second centerman. Once again, higher face-off stat than Derek Stefan, who's going to be taking the left wing on the second line. Then we got Andrew Fighting from the Calgary Hitmen in the WHL. Then we're going to line 3. We got Taylor Radish. This was one of my favorite pickups on this Hut draft because he is a Tampa Bay prospect and he absolutely has been tearing it up. I can't wait for him to finally get up to Tampa Bay. Then we got Nathan Kirby taking the left wing number 3, and then we got Garrett Pylon over here. Then we got Jordan Ty Fournier. Gosh dang it, phone. And then we got Boone Jenner, 4th line center, followed up by Clark Bishop as the final piece to the offense. And then we're going over to the defense. We got Sammy Vatten right here based on a little bit of a slip up in the auction house, so we had to pick him up as a consolation. And then he's coming up with Juuso Riikola. And then we're going up the line too with Duncan McIntyre and Cody Cece. And then we got Loic Levier. Maybe that French, or the 2 dots above the I kind of make it seem like it's not French. So it's Loic Levier. That's my final answer. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it. Then we got Shane Taker here as the final defensive guy, and this is kind of hard defensively. Heist is an 87, and we only have 1 more NHL player. And then we got 2 bronzes and 2 silvers, so we're trying to match them up as best we can. Try and get that distribution of skill, and just trying to get something going. So we'll see how it happens in the game. Then we got head coach, and we got Boris Ivansky. I mean, that's a pretty good creative name for the coaches. And look at that. The synergy has been activated. We have a team synergy activated on this team. Believe it or not, we got Cody Cece, Riikola, and Ruzicka. And who's Rusila? Ruzicka, that is the other goalie that we have. We got Dustin Tokarski, and we got Martin Ruzicka as the other goalie. And, oh man, came in clutch right there with that final tape to tape. So that's the team that we're going to be going in with. I just pray it doesn't go into penalty shots or a lot of power plays and penalty kills happen, because it is looking pretty scarce when it comes to it. I mean, I'm just throwing all my eggs in a basket when it comes to the penalty kill. Just look at that. I'm like, everybody on the NHL is pretty much going in, and all this other special cards are going. So that is the team that we are taking into this Funniest Names Hut draft. Thank you guys for voting. Let's get into the gameplay, and hopefully this thing works out in our favor. So we are now hopping into the first game. We got Zuccarello, Sidney Crosby, and Kucherov right off the start. And this team, filthy, absolutely filthy that we are playing against. So we're going to come down, and that's a penalty right off the bat. 40 seconds in, that's a penalty. Off the next face-off, we're going to come down, get around, and try and rip a shot off. It gets a broken stick. Figures right here, and then he gets another penalty. 1901. Of course, this big bad team is scared of my funniest overall team name, so he quits out. He had a Crosby, Zuccarello, and Kucherov, probably another insanely stacked team, and he quit out. So we're going on to the second game, and I gotta say, I'd be terrified if I saw Jay Beagle taking my face off too, but this is the first angle I've ever seen where it zoomed in on Tokarski like that. And then we have the funny team name, have to go with it, had to show you guys the team name since this is the funniest draft. And we got another Crosby, we got Andrew Chuck, we also got Sullivan, and then McInnes on D. He had Martin Jones in net, so this is another stacked team that we're going up against. And this team is hot garbage, I gotta say. My team is garbage, but they are resilient. They make plays happen, they put out good shots, they force turnovers, they do everything well, and Andrew Byfuglien right here already caught up by the time he has the puck. We're going to enter the zone, we're going to take it, throw it back to the point. D-to-D one-timer from McIntyre, the Bronzy hits the snipe from the point. Who said you can't go D-to-D one-tees with the Bronze team? We're proving that fact wrong 5 minutes into the game. I cannot believe it. I was so pumped to have the Bronzies score the first goal. 70 overall, assisted by Cody Ceci and Derek Stefan. Just a wonderful start to the game. Did not believe that one was about to happen. Just incredible. Bronzies are paying out big time for us. Taylor Radish is booking down the outside. This guy is so incredibly fast. I just could not make it happen for him. But it's crazy because right as the play is about to die, you find that these Bronzies come up with a puck. Like Pylon right here, stripping the puck by himself, coming into the zone, and he just gets stuffed by Martin Jones. Would have loved to have that one. A good stick lift here makes the next play happen, so he's going to come down, and we just can't get a body on him. He's going to get around, drop it back to Skinner with a nice snipe. That was a good play. Kudos to you for scoring that one on me, and that's Jeff Skinner, Series 2, assisted by Alex Pietrangelo for him. This game is tied up 1-1. And then as soon as the next face-off happens, we get a tripping penalty. Unfortunate for us because we just had the lead in the first period, and I had to hold on to that one. Goals are sacred when you have the funniest names because they are terrible. And then off of the next draw, he's going to be winning this one. Throws it back to his defenseman on occasion with an accident, and then the puck just finds its way to Sullivan, and he left's wide open in front of the net, so he bats that one right past Tokarski, 2-1, just like that. Sullivan from McInnes, also from Sidney Crosby, Series 2. That's who scored that goal. That's the lineup that we're going up against. So that is the end of the first period. As we got Pylon and Luke's going into the locker room, he has Andrew, Chuck, Carter, Crosby, and Sullivan going into the locker room. Has to be intimidating when you see that, but these snipes from the Bronzies, they're playing well, they're staying into this close, and it's just these silly little bounces that have gotten him the victory in the first period, so hopefully we can pull this one out here in the second. Goals, shots, hits, time on attack, all a little bit in his favor. We got the efficiency, and look at this. When you have bronzes and silvers, it's just contagious. James Van Riemsdyk gets the wide open shot and misses the net on the wraparound. Nothing you can do about that one. But here comes the next faceoff in the zone. Jenner going up against somebody crazy on his team. We're going to lose the faceoff, and he's going to try and take it out. But game-saving poke check by Stefan. Errant pass from Jenner goes up to the point, and then we got Shane Taker finding his way to the middle of the ice. He releases a clap bomb, and then Derek Stefan with the dirty bat out of the air is going to put this one in the net, and that's the equalizer. It is 2-2. Minute 20 left to go in the second period, and the boys have tied it up. Funniest name guys have tied it up. A roster of the goofiest names tied it up. We got Derek Stefan assisted by Shane Taker and Boone Jenner on this one, and this game is all tied up in the second period, and we're going to pull this one out to a victory. I can just feel it. At the end of the second period, the game is still close as we got our guys going into the locker room, and you look at the stats now, and we are in favor on total shots. Hits, not so much. Time on attack, losing by 5 seconds, but the passing is there, the efficiency is there, and 1-for-1 on the power plays, and we are winning the faceoffs. How the heck is that possible? Next play, Cody Ceci is going to come down, try and get Nathan Kirby on the one-timer, and we're feeding him again. We're throwing it right back over, and he hits the post on this one. Nathan Kirby not getting it done. We need to rely on those NHL players to net these ones. And then we got Nathan Kirby coming in again with the 6-spin move, and he's going to come down. He's going to get absolutely robbed by Martin Jones. Unfortunate for us, it is still tied up. 13 minutes left to go in the period. Face off by Jay Beagle comes into our zone. We got Shane Taker coming in, just trying to shoot it through traffic, let anything happen. We need the bounces in this game, and these guys, I tell you, they just make things happen. Shane Taker coming in, trying to get another shot off Jay Beagle in the corner, gets bumped off the puck, and then he's going to sit behind his net. He is scared of all of these, my first liner of consisting of bronzies and silvers, but we're going to get the puck in the corner. Lukes tries to throw it behind the net to Jay Beagle. Jay Beagle wraps around. They left Lukes wide open, and that is the 80-something overall. František Lukes netting the go-ahead goal with 10 minutes left to go in the game. I cannot believe it. He left him wide open. They forgot about the guy who just released the pass. That is a 79 overall, assisted by Jay Beagle, 85 Series 2 cards. These guys, funniest names, getting it done. They're in the lead. We have the victory, and I will still do not know how Sidney Crosby missed this one. That was a wide open net. That was 99% of the time going in. I think my goalie bumped him, but 55 seconds left to go in the game. We have the 1-goal advantage. I'm just trying not to screw this one up. I would be forever mad at myself if I let this one happen. So we're bringing it behind the net. We're going to throw it up to Tyler Fournier, I believe was his name. He's going to be booking it in, and he's going to fake him out, and he throws it over for the one-timer, and he misses the net wide. He has possession of the puck again. 33 seconds left to go. He's going to take the puck. We're going to lay a body on him. We're feeling confident we can take him, protect the puck until he leaves us. We're going to get the puck back out to our guys. We're going to just enter the zone, try and do something with it, throw it up to Loic Lavelle, blocked by Martin Jones. He's keeping his team in this one. 1 goal, and the errant pass goes up to the point, and his guys are so much faster. Jeff Skinner's going to get the puck. Game-saving poke check and body check right there, and he gets the puck back. Another good poke check, and that one is going to seal the victory for the funniest draft hut teams. I can't believe we did it. We pulled this one out. We went up against a star-studded team and came out on top with a 3-2 victory. So that, guys, was an awesome challenge. The funniest names I didn't think would give me that terrible players, but that is the victory for us in this series. And that is a Division 2 victory, and we are 2-0 now. Have yet to lose a game in this series. If you look at the final stats, they ended up being in my favor. Shots, time on attack, passing, and 3 stars of the game, Derek Stefan. Obviously, that's a trash card, and you guys aren't going to want to see it. So we'll get something. I'll figure out what the giveaway will be here in a bit. Just look on Twitter when this comes out. And then we have 2 guys getting injured, Jay Beagle, and then you can see the other guy laid their bodies on the line. Fighting was injured. He fought for that victory. So did Tokarski. Shout out to him. He played absolutely bananas. And now we're going to take a look over at his team, go see what we were up against this entire game. And if you just look at it, boom, right from the start, Sidney Crosby, Sullivan, Andrechuk. That's an insane first line. And then you go over to the next line, and he has Mitch Marner, Phil Kessel, and Team of the Year, Tanner Pearson. Unbelievable team, and this is, again, this was a Division 2 game. Then we got Skinner, Anze Kopitar, Bobby Ryan, Gustav Nyquist, Jeff Carter, and Tyler Johnson. Then on D, this is where it got nuts. Adam Graves, Al McInnes, PK Subban, Rob Blake, Alex Pietrangelo, Chris Letang. That is 3 Hut heroes. 2 Series 2 cards in PK Subban and Pietrangelo, and then a Chris Letang. So that is an insane defensive core, and we managed to score against them with a bunch of bronzes. And then he had Martin Jones and Gustav Westlow with an awesome synergy, 6 overall synergies. That's a pretty good card to have on your team if you're looking for team synergy. So I didn't even know that card existed pretty much. But that is going to do it for this episode of the Hut Draft. This was funniest names. There is another one already in the works. That's going to be coming out soon. That one is worst shooting overall, so no need to make a suggestion in the comment section. Wait for the next video to come out to suggest what the next one will be. But if you guys did enjoy that video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up for that victory in Division 2 against that stacked team with pretty much an all bronze and silver team, aside from a few helpful guys here and there. But that is again going to do it for this episode of the Hut Draft. Please drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know in the comment section any improvements or any suggestions that can be made to the channel. It does give me some feedback as to what I could be doing better. But once again, guys, drop a like. It really does help out the channel and video grow. And thanks again, guys, for watching. This is PackDaddy. I'm out.